Hi guys, welcome to what is essentially my very first video on this channel. I feel like this is quite a momentous occasion because I've been trying to start this channel for quite a while, but just couldn't find the time. So as it is the first video, I'm going to be taking a minute just to explain who am I, what is this video about, what this whole channel is about. And if you don't want to stick for that, the whole story, you can skip that by, clicking the timestamp below. But if you want to stick for it and hear what I'm going to say, then go. So, for many of y'all that might not know who I am, I'm Vinod Verma, founder of Verma Capital, a hedge fund, and I am just an enthusiast of all things finance. Basically, I'm just a guy that has always been interested on the topic of finance, business, and thought that maybe I could share my journey and experience in the space. And as for the actual topic of this video, this is going to be a start of a series of videos focusing on making people aware of the world of finance and basically simplifying that. So I'll start from the very beginning. For most of my life, I've always liked the idea of money, business, and finance. As I come from a family that runs a business, basically my dad, I was taught the value of money at a young age by him when he opened a bank account for me and my brother. And he would say that any amount that you would save for the entire year, I would double it at the end of the year and save it for you guys. And I was like, oh, okay. So I treated it as like a game where I used to, find different ways where I can constantly save money. As I grew, slightly moving to the teens, I was conflicted with the idea of how important money is and why doesn't anyone teach you how to make it, save it. Then in 2014 and 2015, I think it was this two age, if I can vividly remember, I watched two movies. And many of y'all might think, why were we watching that movie? But these two movies piqued my interest. And I'm not sure if any of you have heard about this movie, but firstly, it's The Wolf of Wall Street, a movie by Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think it's Quentin Tarantino's movie. And the second one is The Big Short. So the movie is basically when it's talking about Wall Street, it's about penny stocks and how a stock market broker makes a lot of money, and some stuff. And the second one is about the financial crisis in 2008, the housing bubble. Right. So I'm sure many of y'all who have not heard about this, but people who have heard about this, would know that there are so many words in that movie that I couldn't even understand what it was. So then I kind of thought, why isn't anyone teaching this in school? Why isn't anyone, does anyone know about this? Then I turned 15 and I moved into where I had to choose my classes. Was it, am I going to go to the science stream, the art stream? And I chose art stream because there was a subject called economics. And I'm not sure why, but many people don't learn economics. And I think that is a fundamental for everyone to learn how your finance works, how economics works, how the economy works. People, as we grow older, we kind of learn it through environment and people just talking, but do we really understand what it means? So I'm here on this channel, which is going to be a series of videos that I'll be creating and talking about just what are the importance of finances, what are the words that we've always been thrown around: inflation, base rate, interest rates, and also the central banks, Federal Reserve, the whole banking system is very important topics that I'll be getting into this series of videos. And I'll start off this channel with, I think the very first one is personal finance. So the reason why I'm starting personal finance is because before we can talk about the world of finance and all the stuff that goes in it, it's important that we understand and take control of our personal finance. So basically, there are a few ways you can take control of your personal finance. Firstly is by assessing and understanding your current financial situation. It's as easy as writing down what's your income, expenses, debts, savings. So for someone who's slightly younger, they'll probably not have income, they'll just have savings and expenses. The older you have income, and then you have expenses and savings. If you've got debts, it means you've got like loans and a housing loan, car loans, and all those stuff. Write them down. Understand what are your debts, what are your expenses, monthly expenses, what are the income, what are the sources of income that you're making. And yeah, This is very important so you understand what your current financial standing is, and from there you can develop a financial goal that you want to achieve. If you, everyone knows what their situation is, but if you don't write them down or don't have an Excel sheet of those expenses, it's going to be pretty difficult. It's going to get messy at a certain point. So the next thing is creating a budget, right? Once you've identified your source of income, your expenses, your debts, and your savings, it's only fair that you create a plan that helps you optimize all this, understands your sources of income, your expenses, and creates a budget for you to be able to manage your lifestyle. Some people make a mistake of creating a budget that's unrealistic. All right, there's no point cutting back on things that mean so less. Like Robert has this thing, oh, I'm not gonna spend on coffee. Coffee is useless. But
What?
anything doesn't. There are other major expenses that could be cut down in a longer run would save you more. So it's only fair that you create a budget that's realistic. So these are ways where you can manage your personal finance, right? So once you've got your personal finance sorted, it should be focusing then on building efforts to grow other sources of income. And that's what we'll be talking more on the show. Other sources of income, what are the asset classes, what is inflation, and is your money working in the bank? And the whole point of banking. And we'll be talking more on this in all the other videos. So stay tuned, stick to it, watch all the other videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. And what are the topics that you'd like to learn? Maybe I've heard a lot of financial terms, inflation, base rates, cryptocurrency, and that'll be another major topic we'll be talking on the show, which is cryptocurrencies and the whole Web3 space. So guys, stay tuned, and we'll love to see you guys on all the other videos.